Last year we all watched the Chicago Bears slowly clinch that number one overall pick. And then what'd they do? Well, they decided to trade it away to the Carolina Panthers in order to get DJ Moore, give Justin Fields another weapon. And then they go out in free agency. They add a couple defensive pieces that were supposed to change the narrative around the Chicago Bears, okay? Because the Bears haven't been that good for a couple years. They're nitty-gritty, okay? They'll get a couple wins here and there. But this season has been abysmal. It has been terrible from top to bottom. And one person is apparently going to be on the hot seat. And he actually probably has been on the hot seat since the first week of the preseason because this Bears team hasn't lived up to the hype at all. This is a rumor alert around the NFL that Bears head coach Matt Eberflus is likely out of his position if the Bears don't win Thursday night. Source believes the mini bye after Thursday would provide the time needed for the Bears to change leadership. So they play this Thursday, then next week they play, I believe, on Sunday or Monday, whatever the case is. But look, they're 0-3 currently. 0-4, excuse me. And they haven't won a game since the first week of the preseason. Okay, I know it's preseason and stuff like that, a lot of backups playing and stuff, but it all goes back to the head coach. You got to put your team in the best positions to win ball games, and Matt Eberflus just hasn't done that. Last year, he earned the number one overall draft pick. This year, he's on pace for not only the number one overall draft pick, but the number two overall draft pick as well. Back-to-back first-round picks, 1 and 2. That is something you don't want your franchise to have, unless it's just completely garbage over there, which for the Chicago Bears, I mean, it is absolutely terrible. I mean, let's look at what they've done so far and the rest of their schedule after this week, okay? Look, preseason, they won against the Titans, then they lost, okay? We go into the regular season thinking, all right, it's the brand new Bears, okay? We got a lot of firepower on the defensive side of things. Our offense looks fine. Justin Fields should be balling out. We're going to have a great season. Then you hit the Green Bay Packers week 1. You lose 38-20. All right, no need to panic, okay? Packers still own them. It is what it is. Let's go on to next week, okay? We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers barely squeaked by with a win against the Minnesota Vikings. Well, you lose 27-17. Then you go to the Kansas City Chiefs. Everyone in the world knew that you were not going to win this game. Plain and simple. You get demolished, okay? 41-10. All right, then you're thinking next week. All right, week 4, we should have it in the bag. The Denver Broncos just got beat 70 to whatever the case was. Okay, biggest loss in NFL history, if I do recall correctly. And then you go up 28-0 or 28-7 in the first half. All right, Bears are going to win. Then Denver comes back and beats you 31-28 in the second half. You don't even score a single point in that second half. Justin Fields was balling that entire first half. So what happened? Well, I think it has to boil down to the head coach and not letting Justin Fields do Justin Fields things. Okay, he did in the first half. He's like, fine, go out there and ball out. And then the second half, they just laid a complete egg. They got complacent. They didn't care that they were winning by a big majority, okay, or by a massive margin at that point in time. No, they let the Denver Broncos come back and beat them. Denver is a bad, very, very bad football team. So what does this say about the Chicago Bears? They're even worse. Okay, this team is trash. Plain and simple. Trash. Trash. And it goes back to Matt Eberflus, okay? Trying to get these players to believe in the culture, to believe in what he's bringing in there, and nobody does. Even Justin Fields a couple weeks ago said, I'm enjoying the little things in life. You don't say that, ever. You say that maybe at the end of the season if you didn't have a great year and you missed the playoffs or something like that. That's when you start saying those things. You don't say it week 2. Week 3, it's still too early to tell what's going to happen. But with the Bears, I think we already know what's going to happen. They're going to get the number 1 overall pick. They're going to have the number 2 overall pick. They're going to go Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison Jr., and think that that's going to help the culture over there. I don't think so. I really don't. It might help a little bit, but you got to find the head coach. And the GM, Ryan Poles, might be out of a job too after this season because he really hasn't done much to help the Bears win. I mean, yeah, those massive free agent acquisitions over the offseason were massive. But what have they done? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So if he goes into Washington this Thursday, loses that ball game, then you have the Minnesota Vikings right after that. It's going to be a battle. It's a game that Chicago could win. Are they going to? Absolutely not. Then you go to the Las Vegas Raiders. Going to be another tough matchup. I don't see the Bears winning that one. Then you got the Chargers. The Bears are going to get demolished by them. Then you got the Saints. I feel like the Saints, even though they've been struggling as of recent, have a better ball team, have a better plan in place to beat the Chicago Bears. Then you got the Carolina Panthers, who again, almost beat the Minnesota Vikings, have some promise, have some upside a little bit, dealing with a lot of injuries, but I think they can beat the Bears too. So it's not a tough schedule going forward, but again, there's a lot of games that the Bears should win that they're just not going to with Matt Eberflus as the head coach, plain and simple. Okay, Justin Fields did his thing last week. Let's see if that continues. But Matt Eberflus is on the hot seat. It wouldn't surprise me if after Thursday night and they come away with an L, a big fat L, Matt Eberflus will get fired, and I'm sure they're going to have to move to either the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator, someone inside the building. I'm not 100% sure, so if you're a Chicago Bears fan, let me know what you think the Bears should do. Do we get rid of Matt Eberflus and then hire from somebody from the inside, somebody from the outside? Let me know who you would hire as your next head coach. Also, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of your night, folks, and you just got your fix with the Wicks.